Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to Stock Sniper Trading. Thanks everyone for joining. My name is Ron. My partner is Dave. It is almost 11 a.m. Eastern. It's Thursday, June 18. Thank you guys for joining. It's post FOMC session. So yesterday we had the FOMC. They decided to keep the rates paused at 3.75%. Yesterday was the first meeting with Kevin Warsh. You probably saw a new face. That's not Powell. And he kind of hinted that there could be potential rate hikes coming up, one at the end of this year and one in early next year in 2027. And if you were trading it after when he started to say that, the market started to sell off to kind of bake into that the price. And things like that. Maybe we'll see today, is there a little bit of a recovery? Is there a bounce, or is it continuing to go bearish? So we'll do a top-down analysis on gold. We'll get to the charts in a moment. And today we'll switch it up. We were looking at NASDAQ the other day. Today we'll do a top-down on Dow Jones on US30, and we'll see how that's moving. So guys, yesterday I was away. I was in Toronto for the World Cup game between Ghana and Panama, and it was one of the most unbelievable football games I've ever witnessed and watched in person. It was unbelievable, not just for the football, not just for the game, but for the people, the fans. There was no suit and ties there. Normally when you go to a Toronto Maple Leaf game, or it's a lot of corporate, and they're not really into it, but this one was unbelievable. It was all fans. The Panama fans were unbelievable. The Ghana fans were unbelievable. It was just a huge festival, a huge party, and the game was pretty good. If you guys watched it, Ghana won in the fifth minute of the injury time in the second half. Scored a really nice goal, and Panama almost tied up the game. Believe it or not, 1 minute later, they went into almost 11 minutes of injury time in the final second half. So it was a great game for everyone. I had a blast. I saw some snipers there from Toronto. We had a couple drinks together, and it was an unbelievable time. So thank you guys for that. When you met up with me, it was awesome. And guys, let's get into the charts and take a look at what's going on. Okay, so we're gonna get started with news. Today's news. So you guys know now today is post FOMC. We're seeing how the markets are moving, and yesterday, guys, do not forget that tomorrow is a bank holiday in the US. So the trading volume, liquidity, things like that, spreads will be a little bit different. I'll let you guys know tomorrow. I'm like a 50-50 if I'm gonna go stream post New York, because it might not be the greatest session tomorrow. We might take the Friday afternoon off, but we'll see you come tomorrow, okay? And this goes for some of you guys. If you're leading into the week, end of the week right now, and you're doing really well, maybe think about it. Maybe think about taking a day off tomorrow. Maybe think about decreasing your sizing, your risk, so you can keep a little money in your pocket and reanalyze next week and move into next week, okay? Everyone is at a different situation. Maybe some of you guys aren't at any profit right now. Maybe some of you guys are in drawdown, who knows? But you still have to make a plan, whether you're in profit, whether you're in drawdown, going into trading tomorrow, because you can, if you're in drawdown or you're at a loss this week, you can further escalate that loss tomorrow. So you got to think about that. And always, there should always be a plan going into a weekend, going into a Friday, whether there is a US bank holiday or not, okay? We had some European news coming out of the markets. It's starting pre-London, 2 a.m. Then we got into some Swiss news at 3:30 a.m. Eastern, and then got some more British news coming in. So it looks like they paused their official bank rate in the UK, again matching the US at 3.75%, no change. This morning we had our Philly Fed Manufacturing Index and our weekly unemployment claims that come out every Thursday morning at 8:30, and you can see the numbers are pretty much no change. Last week we had 230,000 unemployed individuals in the US. They were forecasting a 5,000 person decrease to 225, and the number actually came very 226. So not a huge uptick or downtick in the numbers. Pretty steady. So weekly unemployment is holding up, but it is still concerning that we have around approximately 225,000 individuals in the U.S. seeking unemployment this week. So that is the news that comes out every single week regarding unemployment. Okay, and in our session right now, we're starting at 11 a.m. Do we have any news coming up? We don't have anything basically this afternoon that's scheduled. However, Donald Trump can tweet at any moment, and you guys know how the markets can move. So we do have to trade with proper risk management. And if you're on the other side of the world in China, you guys today have your all-day bank holidays in China. Okay. Moving forward, there is some articles right over here. So the deadline for Iran and U.S. final deal can be extended by a mutual agreement, according to the MOU. The Iran-U.S. commit to negotiating the final deal in maximum 60 days. Iran-U.S. final deal deadline extendable with the mutual consent MOU, Iran to arrange a safe vessel passage with no charge for 60 days. Iran president, I'm not even going to try and butcher his name, Pezezikian. This is a historical document and a message from. So you can read the continuation of the article here if you're interested. And we're going to continue moving on. Okay, so regarding news around the world, post FOMC, stocks rebound as Iran deal puts the Fed hike focus on pause. So tech leads stock gains as oil sinks amid hopes for a swift Hormuz reopening, offsetting Wall Street concerns about borrowing costs. We had the U.S. weekly jobless claims fall amid low layoffs. So here's the article if you want to read further on the unemployment claims. Fed's Warsh, you saw him yesterday. Kevin Warsh rocks the bond market in his debut. So as soon as he got a little hawkish and he hinted to rate hikes, you can see how that affected the markets yesterday. Okay, so he wasn't saying they're going to decrease the rates. He was hinting that they're going to increase in the near future. A possible rate hike coming at the end of this year and another rate hike in early 2027. Okay, this can change by the day. This can change every FOMC session. This can change by the week. Okay, but that's what we heard yesterday in Warsh's future forward guidance. Okay, gas prices fall below $4 a gallon as oil loses its steam. That's good. Hopefully we can get the fuel down. I know over here in London, Ontario, Canada, where I am, I went and filled up today because we went to Toronto yesterday, so I had an empty tank, and I went and the regular gas is $1.49 per liter over here, and it was about $1.90 just a couple weeks ago. So it's going down. That's good. We want to see it go down even further. Okay. Coinbase CEO on the Bitcoin bottom, talking about, is this the bottom for Bitcoin? It's still pushing down around 63,000. What else do we got going on? Intel's reported Apple deal sends stock soaring as turnaround pays off. So Intel is up 8% on an article released with an Apple deal. NVIDIA supplier ships samples next gen chips to major customers. So lots going on. Okay, guys. And then tomorrow is the stock market open on Juneteenth. Here's the article. You can read it and see why the U.S. banks will be closed tomorrow. Okay. And if you're looking to buy a pullback on SpaceX, it's trading at around $180, $179 a share. So you see, if you wait patiently for a pullback, just a couple days ago, it was trading at $200 and almost $30 a share. And now it's back down to $180. So it's dropped $50 per share. So if you were considering buying SpaceX, if you bought right now today, and it might even go down even further, you see the discount you're getting, a $50 discount instead of FOMO buying at the highest point. You're saving yourself $50 a share, which is a lot of money. And you talk percentage wise. So it's a big percentage move. Okay. It's still could go down further. It could find some support here. But if you guys follow how the IPO opened up, you guys know it was supposed to open up at 135 a share. It gapped up to 150, and then it just continued to drive to $230 a share. And now it's pulling back to 180. It might come back to 160, 150, and it still has that gap below 150 to 135 that it could potentially fill. And that would be an optimal time if you're looking to maybe purchase some shares of SpaceX. Okay. And that's the news. Today in the Discord, we sent out a few signals. Here it is. Here was one on NASDAQ looking for buys above 30,170. So you can see the level right here. And then that blue candle did close above on the 5 minutes, but then you see it pushed up impulsively right up to there. You know, that was a move for about 50, 60 pips. We have rules. We try to teach you guys rules. You could have been at a break even when it came down. You could have hit break even. However, if you kept your open stop loss where we suggest, it did put you in drawdown, but you see it held above that bullish ignited candle. It got rejected back up, and then it built its way back into the money, closed above, and then started the continuation. So sometimes when you guys do take trades, they're going to go into drawdown. They're going to go into profit. They might go up and down. You guys know how it is. Trading is not just always take a trade and just go directly in profit and just go up 500 pips. There's going to be times where you're going to have to emotionally go through this, and you're going to have to learn how to deal with this, okay? You're going to have to, I can't teach you this. You're going to have to feel out your emotions. You're going to have to know what it feels like to go in the money, to come back down to break even, to go into drawdown, to go back to break even, to go back in the money. You might be in a trade for hours like this, but you're going to have to feel and learn what this feels like. I can't describe it to you. You're going to have to learn this. But one thing that I can teach is if you do use proper risk management, when you do go into drawdown, you're able to withhold it. You're able to not just get emotionally attached to it and freak out or panic or think that your account is going to blow up, because you should not be trading with that type of risk. So you will learn this. You know, when my mom always used to tell me when I was a young kid, she's like, you're going to learn. You're going to learn. You do stupid things, but eventually you're going to learn. As you get older, you're going to learn. And the trading is the same way. Yes, we do stupid things as traders, but over time, you're going to learn to get better and better and better. If you don't learn from it, then unfortunately, I'm going to be the bad guy and say that you're not going to make it in trading. You're not going to be successful at this if you don't understand risk management from today and learn this, because there's going to be multiple days where you're going to go and draw down. And if you over leverage or risk your account, when you go into a little bit of drawdown like that, you could potentially blow up your accounts. So it's for you to learn, okay? And here's the trade taken by Dave over here, the partner at SST, with these signals and in the live Zooms, educating and holding it down when I'm not here, okay? And guys, here's the free Telegram channel right over here. It's pinned at the top of YouTube. Thank you to YouTube, 200 viewers. I appreciate you guys. So this is your free Telegram. It gives you all of the live upcoming links to our sessions, the before and after, and the trade management to learn and educate yourself on how signals are sent out to the group so you can learn how to take these things. This was the blog article we did ahead of time on FOMC week. So what every trader needs to know, some possible scenarios as to what can happen. So I hope you guys read this blog. I hope you guys learned a little bit about it, and it's available on our website with all the other blogs. And just some feedback from all the snipers in Zoom and from you guys on YouTube. So we like to showcase that as well. And this was the yesterday's trade that Dave took with the snipers in the Zoom in New York, and hit some big pips there as well. Okay, so this is available for you guys at the top of YouTube. It's the free Telegram channel. Okay, and then finally, guys, again, thank you guys to all of our subscribers. I just got a FedEx email, and we should be receiving our silver play buttons tomorrow. So thank you guys again to you guys for supporting this channel above 100,000 subs, and we'll have that silver play button for you guys hopefully tomorrow or Monday. Okay, guys. So thank you. If you guys are learning, if you guys are earning, if you guys are getting a little bit of value, some education, you like the analysis here at SST, please subscribe to the channel. We're here daily with you guys. Unless there's a World Cup game, we take a day off. Okay. And if there's any US bank holidays as well, maybe we take a day off. Okay. But thank you guys. We appreciate all of that. And if you guys can like the channel, we do also appreciate that. And we'll get into this right now on the charts. We're going to start off with gold top down. I just want to welcome everybody. Thanks everyone on Zoom for joining. Mahidi, thank you for joining, brother. I appreciate you. Bruce, welcome. Good morning. Mahidi, you were there too. You tried to find me, but you couldn't. Oh man, you were there. It was amazing. We went to a Irish English pub for the Portugal game early to have lunch, and then we went to the fan festival. We were in there. We were watching a little bit of the Croatia England game on that big screen out there, and then we made our way to the stadium, and it was an unbelievable time. I wish, Mahidi, we saw each other. I saw some other snipers from Toronto in there, and man, next time we'll meet up. I might be going to Germany game and Ivory Coast on the weekend as well on Saturday. So so you'll probably see me in Toronto at a lot of these World Cup games. I had a fantastic time. I hope you had a great time too. It was an amazing game. Shout outs to Ghana for winning that game. Shout outs to Panama as well. They could have easily won that game as well. And just a shout out to all the fans of Panama and Ghana. I have some amazing videos, and it was a great time. It was a great time. So if anyone can get even just outside to party at a World Cup game anywhere, it's in US, it's in Mexico, it's in Canada, just go, take the family, take the kids. It's a great time. It's unbelievable. Ozdemir, welcome. Turkey needs to play a little bit better. They got to get their act together. Welcome, Mehrbar. Christoph, welcome. Vinay, thank you. Vinay, I got your message. I'm gonna message you. We'll get our one-on-one sometime next week. Okay, brother. I'll make sure to message you this weekend. Thank you, guys. And also everyone on YouTube, I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you guys for joining. Alvin, welcome, brother. Number 1 on YouTube, thank you. Frozy, number 2, thank you for joining. Tony Gold, my man, welcome. Thank you. So Tony Gold is the winner of our lifetime membership when we hit 100,000. He's also supporting YouTube, and he's in our Zoom. So it just shows how amazing people can be. You know, he's in our Zoom with the lifetime, and he's still on supporting us on YouTube. So thank you, Tony. I appreciate you, brother. But Batia, welcome. Thank you for joining. Hello from Manchester, UK. Casca, welcome. Thank you, guys. Charles, why am I wearing the Ghana jersey? I'm just a big fan of Ghana. One of my favorite players plays on the team, and I always root for the underdog in sports and things like that. And a lot of my friends are from Ghana. We were all at the game together. So they got me the jersey and we were cheering alongside. So I just got back a few hours ago. Like it was an unbelievable time. And now we're just getting right back into it. So if you're from Ghana, shout outs to you guys. Congratulations. It was a big win. And if you're from Panama, respect to you guys too. Their fans are unbelievable. It was in Toronto, but it was like we were in Europe. The drums were there. There was flares. It was amazing. Next time, hopefully, maybe I can see Albania or Kosovo play. They tried to qualify, but lost in the playoffs against Kosovo. Lost to Turkey, and Albania lost to Poland in the playoffs. But next World Cup, we'll be there. Okay, guys. Yes, he is my favorite player too. Javi Semenyo is my favorite player. Yes, you guys know he is unbelievable. Yes. If any of you guys watch football, you know who we're talking about. Semenyo he's an amazing player. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm going to do a top down on gold. You can see how it's moving on the 5 minutes. I know some of you guys might be in a sell. Some of you guys are in a buy. Some of you guys are holding off. Some of you guys are on sideline. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a top down analysis. Okay. We're going to start from daily, and then I'm going to bring it down to the hourly, and then bring it back down to those 5 minutes. But then we're going to have a little bit more levels. We're going to have some, you're going to see some yellow lines on the chart. We're going to know where today's high and low is. We're going to know some hourly points of interest, and we're going to have some zones, because right now I have nothing on my chart. Okay. So this is how gold looks on the daily. Okay. So I'm going to just bring it down. And we're going to start off from the top. So when you start off on the top, what's the highest point? It's all the way up here where gold hit the all-time high. It was around, look at the psychological number as well, 5,600. And we're making our way down. Here was another time it came up, early March, lower high. They pushed it back down. And then you see we had the big sell-off in gold. It backfilled that big wick. So we can determine that there was a little point of interest right here on the daily. See where I'm placing a yellow line where it came down, it broke, but that's the impulse move. That's how low it went, but the body did not close down there. And then you see it came back up and closed. And then look at the next day, the next bar, you can say the next bar or the next day in this situation, the next candle opened and it was bullish ignited, came back up. And then look at the pullback a few bars later. Exactly, the yellow line made it support, continue to go back up. When we lost that support right over here, that yellow line will become resistance, support, resistance, support, depending if the volume is above or below. So the same situation, if we put a line on the hourly, same context. If we put a line on the 5 minutes, same context. If we find a point of interest on the 1 minute candles, same context. What you're looking for is volume. Will it close above or below? And is there a retest? That's it. Very simple. So let's continue to find other points of interest. Right over here is another point of interest on the daily. And look for the most obvious points first, okay? I'm telling you, it will make your life that much easier when you just look for the obvious points right away, okay? So this is an obvious point. You can see the big candle that broke, and then it came and closed, and right there again, it came back down, higher low, closed above, and then there's the black candle, and the next candle open. This is obvious, right? Because it's already printed. So this is the easy part. This part of analysis should be probably the easiest part of your day, okay? And then you can see from that yellow line, this was the previous all-time high of gold back here in October of 2025. So if we continue to stretch this zone into the future, now I can see it closed above, the volume closed above, you make the zone green. See how I'm doing everything with the same zone, continuing, and then its second bottom, that's what took us to the all-time high. It came back down, retraced almost right back into that zone, and bounced back up. And then again here, this is where the candle impulsively broke down. You guys know the day here. This was going to be Black Monday. Donald Trump tweeted 7:03 a.m. Eastern that the Strait of Hormuz is open, everything is good. And then now we can verify and observe and backtest to see how the gold reacted when Donald Trump said that. So then it came back up and closed. There's a nice little double bottom, W, and then continued to push back up. But as we push back up, did the buyers continue to do their job and bring it back up to all-time high? The answer is no, okay? There shouldn't be a debate about this. It's real easy. There's the point of interest. And then now, if I make a zone, maybe this will be a little bit more clear to you guys right here. It's like playing football, right? You got to have zones in football, in any sport. Are you playing zones, defense? You know, this is like the defensive team right here. The red team is the defense. The green team is the offense, okay? So when the offensive team, the green team, comes all the way back up, here's the goalie. Here's the goalie of the red team. And the goalie is making the saves, right? The blue team did not close above or score a goal. Like, I'm talking now football terms. A lot of you guys around the world understand football, okay? So this is how I can make an analogy with football and trading. This is the red team. This is the green team. Here's the red goalie. Here's the green goalie. Which team is going to score a goal? Okay, Nathan, please stop spamming. You've said hi 20 times. We see it. Hello, welcome. Please stop spamming now, okay? And then look at what I'm doing. Red box, increasing the goalie. I'm pushing the goalie into the future because maybe these two teams are going to play again in the future, okay? And they're not playing yet. The match is not scheduled. If the game comes back up here, we might be playing again in here, okay? So you see what I mean? Stretch these zones into the future. When this black candle came down, the green team, the goalie, saved it and came back up. Now, look it. The black team, they scored, okay? Do you guys understand what I mean? I'm trying to relay this to everybody as a World Cup right now. We got World Cup. I just came back from a game. Should be fresh on everyone's mind. You guys are watching World Cup. You guys watched England and Croatia yesterday. You guys watched Portugal. You guys watched Ghana. You guys watched all of these teams. Today we got some great games going on too. But this is like we can relay this exactly like the World Cup in trading. Now, the black team scored a goal. Let's say they scored a goal. They closed it below the net, right? So then we give the black team, this team, the Black Stars, Ghana, the advantage that they are winning the game. So let's make the net now red. So now the Ghana goalie goes in here, okay? So this is now Ghana's goalie, okay? So now the next team, Panama, comes back up and shoots, and Ghana's goalie, the red team, saves it and then pushes the market down. Ghana's continuing to win. Now, look at, there's a goalie down here that was identified. I don't know what team. Ghana might play, who do they play next game? Check the schedule. I didn't check that yet. But you see right there, there's the point of interest, 4,024. Now we're going to use psychological numbers in our soccer game. 4,024, okay? And then it takes 2 bars to make a new net, to make a new goalie, right? So I'm going to make a green team right here. Look at what I'm doing, guys. I'm trying to relay this to everybody. Okay, I'm going to have to time out this guy because he just doesn't stop, okay? I don't want to do this, but I have to. It's disrupting me. It's screwing up everybody in the chat, and it's no point doing this. So you are going into a timeout, okay? You got in trouble by the teacher. You're in timeout. Hopefully you learn your lesson, because then the next thing is you're going to get booted out of here. And then you can come back tomorrow. and it's not going to stop. Okay, so we figured out the new goalie. Guys, maybe on Zoom, you guys are following me. Ghana versus England is next. Okay, so this is the game, Mahidi. Here's the English goalie, okay? And guys, whether you think that penalty kick at the beginning and then how they awarded it again, I don't know, guys. That's suspect. But whatever. Congratulations to England. They won. So here's the new one. Here's the red one. So look at when it came back up. Did the blue team score? No. They came up. They tried. The red team saved the day. They came up again. Red team. Look at the Ghana goalie up here, saving the game. Okay. So now we made our new match, okay? So we got the red team and the green team right over here, okay? Now we can follow price action. We can literally, I can make this analogy like a football game, okay? I can make it who had momentum. I can make it a halftime. You guys know when they cut the game in half, they have it at halftime. A game is 90 minutes. Cut it in half, 45 minutes is the halftime. So same with a candle, guys. If we find some good candles with good volume, we cut them in half, okay? The hydration break is stupid. In my opinion, it's dumb. In a match where, if you guys watched the Ghana game and Panama, the second half was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. The momentum, both teams were almost had chances to score, and they stopped the game for a hydration break. It's like a commercial break. When you're at the game, then they have a commercial. But it killed the momentum of the game, right? So that's what we got to know in trading too. Sometimes you're going to get news announcements or something that happens, and then it kills the momentum of the volume. It kills the momentum. Then we get in consolidation. So then, you know, when you have a great game where the black team got great momentum, then the next team makes a big save, then the next team takes momentum, and then the next team comes back down, and then now we get a TV timeout, and it's a hydration break, and then we get shitty trading right over here. This is where it kills the momentum. And in the markets or the teams start playing like this. They start playing shitty football. This team goes down here, maybe commit a foul. Then the next team does this. Then they start fighting and pushing. And then it's stupid soccer. The fans are getting bored. We're saying boo, boo, boo. And then the momentum picks up again, and then the black team, Ghana, continues, and then they score a goal, and then they make their goalie down here, and then they're continuing to push down. And England loses, and Ghana wins the next game. So I always like to bet for the underdog. No, I'm not in a trade right now. We're explaining soccer, we're explaining football, World Cup, and trading at the same time. I'm trying to relay this because I know a lot of you guys, World Cup football is around the world, okay? We have people from all around the world that follow football, so I'm trying to relay it to trading because sometimes it's difficult to understand trading. So I'm trying to make it today's analogies like this, okay? So let's see what happened now. Here's another point of interest. Here's where a body closed. You can consider this like a game finished right here. Here was the team, the blue team went up, and then the game ended. Then they played a rematch the next game, and then this team won a little bit, this team won a little bit, but no real team won. It ended in a 0-0 draw. There wasn't anything exciting about the game. There's no range. And then the next team started again. The blue team started off. Maybe they scored a quick goal right away in the first 5 minutes, and then they continued that momentum, and they won basically like Germany beating Curacao 7-1, right? They started strong and they continued. So there's a point of interest. Let's do that. Okay, see, yellow line, it's at a body close, body open, body close, body open. And look, we might be coming back down to test this yellow line, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Look at the candle, how the volume is coming down. This level is 42.12. So what I'm doing is I'm adding an alert here. An alert is like if the trading comes down here, if the volume comes down here, or the soccer game comes down here, I'm getting an alert to watch the game or to maybe consider a trade. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? If like how I get an alert, there's games later today, and if I don't look at the schedule, I don't know what time they're playing at. So I might have an alert set up at noon. Czechia is playing South Africa. I might get another good game is 3 p.m. Switzerland versus Bosnia. And then I have to have an alert today because I'm Canadian and Canada plays Qatar at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then maybe if I want to watch one more late game tonight, I have another alert set at 9 p.m. to watch Mexico and South Korea, okay? If I don't have alerts, if I don't know the schedule, if I don't know the times, I have no idea what time the game is. So when it comes down, I'll get alerted. Does that mean I have to trade right away? No, it means I'm watching the game. I'm watching the football game. And then if I see something I like, then I'll enter, right? Same with trading. Just because it comes down here doesn't mean you buy or sell blindly. You got to watch what's happening. You got to watch the game. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to watch the previous day's volume. Here was Wednesday. We know Wednesday was a big day. It was FOMC. It originally started, look at how they faked out the market. It was bullish coming through here. And then FOMC started coming in market. Kevin Warsh hinted that there was going to be rate hikes coming in the near future. And it was, look at what happened with gold. And then it came all the way down right there. And almost took out this ignited bullish candle, made a higher low and came back. And there's the closing price and the opening. So let's highlight the close and the open of gold yesterday. There's the close, 4,256. Okay. And then look at where it opened. It opened right here. Now, when it opened, who was winning? Let's talk. Who was winning? The blue team or the black team? When today's opening price of gold, who was winning the game? Who? Blue team or black team? Very simple question. Don't say the orange team. There's no orange team here. It's two teams. Black team. Yes. No. Mehedi, blue team. Sorry. The blue team. Why? Because the volume, when it opened, look at the wick of the candle. Today it was bullish. It was blue. I said when it opened, that was the blue team was winning. Okay. I see some of you guys say black team. You guys are probably thinking right now because it's down here. But when it originally opened, the blue team was winning. It was blue. And look at guys, look at the highest point right here. Look at where then the Ghana goalie made the big save. Right at the opening of the bearish candle. See, the goalie up here is protecting the net, protecting the goal. And then you see then made a big save. Then the team got the momentum and then they started pushing that blue team down, that blue candle coming down, offering to all of those buyers, pushing it down, coming all the way down, back to the opening price. And look at now. Now the black team is in control. Now they're winning the game, let's say 2-1. the game is now 2-1 for the black team. Originally, when the game started, the blue team scored. It was 1-0. Then the black team made a big save, come back down, tied up the game 1-1, and now they're taking control after halftime. There you go, and then watch where we might get a hydration break and then some consolidation when it comes down here. Okay, so now it's a shooting star. It's the black team is in full control. The sellers, when we talk about trading, are in full control right now. So where are we now? We're basically at the lowest point of the day right now as I'm talking. There's the lowest point. And we still have 5.5 hours to go in this game before it's over, before this candle closes. So can it continue filling yesterday's wick? We have to mark yesterday's wick so we know where it is. Let's put a yellow line. We can even write on it 42.18. We can write on it to let us know with text that this was yesterday's low, okay, low of the day. And will we come back down there? I don't know. We'll see. It has a high probability. Look at the black team has the momentum. They're breaking right now, this low of the day. Now they're coming down, okay? And then when it breaks that, then we got these bodies. There was a body closed, body open, and a body. So you see how close these yellow lines are? I'm going to make a green net right there to see if a green goalie or the blue team will save from breaking down further. Do you guys see what I'm doing? I know someone joining right now is probably like, what the hell is this guy talking about? What is he talking about? Why is he talking about nets and goalies and football and when we're trading? But I'm trying to establish where the next goalie could be. And it could be right here. If this doesn't hold up, see, we'll fill that wick. Then we break this structure. We score a goal. And then the black team is now winning 3-1, 4-1. It could be like the Germany-Curacao game where the black team is in full control and then completely beat up a team. So then we got to continue to fill that wick. And then let's highlight it right there, 4,170. Put another point of interest. That's the last thing that could stop because we have the big bullish candle. So that could be the next support. It could be equal lows. It could be a higher low. But if it continues breaking down, the black team is in control. So what I can do is place an alert right there if it ever gets down there. Now, today is extremely bearish now. Now look at how the zones are holding up. Look, here's your pattern. Came back down. V bottom recovery, came back in there. Look at where the blue team failed. And now it's like a double top and now it's coming down. Okay. But we could find support here or here. It could be a higher low. And then the blue team try to bring it back up. And then you guys know if we break there, the blue team might have higher low momentum, break, and then take over the game. But the black team could continue to bring it all the way down here. Then this could be the official double bottom right in here. Then you guys know double bottom traditionally have more buyers, more momentum. The blue team, subs in their best player, and then he scores a goal, and then you guys know that pattern, okay? But that's how we got to look at trading, like football and like trading, same shit, okay? Now, it's very bearish on the daily, okay? I'm going to now dissect this daily candle into the hourly. Let's see how this, now when, remember my original question? When we opened up, it was bullish right there. Look. 4 p.m. where the market closed, that's when it came down. There was FOMC, 2 p.m. There's power hour, 3 p.m. Market closed. Then it kind of retraced back up at 4 p.m. There's the daily open, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. There's futures market, 8 p.m. There's 9 p.m. resistance, 10 p.m. resistance, hourly consolidation at the red zone. This is the hydration break up here. This is when, the teams, Mahady, you were at the game, bro. You know the hydration break, how it killed the momentum. Look at how right up here, it killed the momentum right when we got into the big red zone on the hourly. Then it was just blue, black, the team, and then the black team took over at the bigger red zone, okay, lower highs. Look at now. Then it started when? Look at the time of sales. London, 3 a.m. Eastern. London is a big market. It's the UK. There was UK news right over here. Look, bearish. 4 a.m. bearish. Inside bar, 5 a.m. Pre-London, pre-New York, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Here we have 8 a.m. This represents COMEX, Commodities Exchange. It represents any 8:30 news. Today we had the unemployment claims, and then it came back up. Look how you can understand. When you understand price action, you can do this on all time frames. Is there a body open, a body close, a body open, close, and another open right there? Is that not an hourly point of interest what Ankarani talks about every day? Right? Look, There's points of interest. Place a line, like how I do on the daily, I'm doing on the hourly. I changed the color of it to white. Now I can see it makes sense. Look at 8 a.m. It was bullish, 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 bullish. But when it came right up to this point of interest on the hourly goalie, the seller, sold and saved the day, made a big save, and then pushed it back down. And then again, the blue team came back up. They broke the net. But look, there was, when they break, then it was review. It went under, it was under review. Was he offside? This is what the review is. Then they see he was offside, and then they say no goal. And then you see how it was an impulse and then comes back down. I'm using these silly football analogies so that we can all be on the same page of how trading works, okay? This could have been a goal, but it was a goal. It impulsively broke through, but then the team challenged it and said, whoa, 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 he was offside when he scored. Then the refs go under the camera, they look at it, they see, okay, it was offside, and then they call the goal back, and then that's the rejection, okay? And then the black team, are they doing their job? Yeah, they come back down. Did they break those lows? Yes. But then we found support coming back up. But you see, now we have the daily yellow line. The daily holds more weight than the hourly. The daily is a bigger point of interest, top-down analysis, higher time frame. So you see how the daily yellow line is holding the hourly volume down, and it's the resistance. And now we have a big hourly candle continue to break. Maybe we're going to come in our green zone down in here. And this hourly candle is not closing for another 24 minutes. Okay, we can sit here and watch this hourly candle for the next 24 minutes and see where it will close, but we can go also on the lower time frames. So right now, look what the pattern is. Here was a big hourly drop. There's the bottom, pivot, came back up. There's our neckline. And then there's the bottom. So look at what's happening right now. Are they grabbing liquidity on this hour? Is it gonna come down here and then come back up and close blue and then maybe retest this? Then we could be coming back up to test the yellow line, the white line, maybe even further up here. So you see where I can put levels. If we break this yellow line, we have a high probability we're gonna come back and test the white line. If it fills that wick and it goes back up, it's got a high probability we're gonna revisit this black hourly candle where it closed and that one where it opened. 42.88. If it continues to break that one, then we're going to come back into the hydration zone. We're going to come back into the consolidation zone where it was just trading sideways, where it was blue, black, and in the big break, let's say we come back in here, it could go blue, black, and then blue breaks out, right? That's how you got to look at trading, just like a World Cup football game, okay? And now we're breaking down. If this hourly candle closes below here, then we might have a high probability of continuing to come down. Let's go look at this on the 5 minutes now. So the 5 minutes is the same analogy. The 5 minutes are the same teams. There's a big black candle that closed below. I could cut that in half, find the point of control, stretch it in the future, but it didn't come in there, continue pushing down. Here was the retracement right there, 50% of that black candle. So you see the 5 minutes, if you cut this big black candle in half, like so, look at how it's still holding up. Look, cut it in half. That's a big black candle. Did it close below structure? Look to the left. Did it close below the white line? Did it close below that wick? Yes. Look at it. It closed below everything. That is a candle. Listen, guys, this is where you pay attention. This is where you find your point of control, okay? Now, this is talking trading. When you get a big, abnormally large candle like this, much bigger than all the other candles, and it closes below structure, that's 2 check marks. That's your confirmation. Now, what we do is take out your Fibonacci tool, put it at the opening price, and bring it to the closing price. It's like you're measuring the game. You're bringing it from the opening to the closing, okay? From the open of the game, when the match starts, all the way to the end of the match, okay? So we know exactly what's going on. Now we cut it in half. Go to your halftime score. 50% is the halftime. If this was a full game, 0 minutes, it starts and ends in 90 minutes, okay? And there's the halfway, exactly 45. How I can explain the wick in trading is injury time. You see the wick? Maybe if they give an extra 2 minutes, 3 minutes of injury time, it came down there. But the actual clock, the actual game is 90 minutes. They add injury time on top. So you can look at the wick as like injury time, okay? Or do you guys know what I mean? Or Ron's got football on his mind today. Okay, I'm still excited about that World Cup game. So, but that's how I Ozdemir, you're Turkish, you know football. Okay, you're understanding this. Now we got the halftime. Let's go a little bit above and a little bit below for the injury time. Guys, this is perfect analogy. This is like a textbook World Cup soccer related to football and trading. Okay, there it is. There's the exact 45 minutes, give or take a few minutes above or below for injury time. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Put a like on YouTube, please. Put a like on Zoom if you understand what I'm saying today, guys. Did Ron smoke anything? No, I didn't smoke. This is me being clear minded and explaining football and trading to you guys. Now, we figured the point of control. Let's stretch it into the future. Did this blue candle come up at 5:15 right in there? And did the sellers continue the red zone, push it down? Yeah, I'll smoke later. Right now, we're smoking right here. We're cooking right here. Did it come back inside this point of control and push down? Yes. If you impulsively bought that, you see what you're buying into. You're buying into the big red goalie up here. And the big red goalie is saving, making big saves. Okay. And again, it came in there again. And then look, and then who won the game? The goalie makes a big save. The goalie saves his team again. The goalie saves his team again. And then the players on the pitch are saying, holy shit, my goalie is keeping us in the game. He's making unbelievable saves, and we're not supporting him. We're not helping our goalie. We need to help him and score a big goal. And then this is when the black team takes over and they score a big goal. And look at them taking it down below here. Okay. So stretch this goalie into the future. You see, when the game came back to play with the goalie at 9:30, this is Wall Street now, time and sales. Look at the game started again at 9:30, scheduled time. Wall Street is scheduled every single day at 9:30, Monday to Friday, unless there's a US bank holiday closed tomorrow. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? And look at what happened. Okay, it was an impulse breakout. They broke above there, but then there was a timeout. There was an offside. Then they reviewed it, and then the ref said, no, it was offside. We're bringing it back. And then the black team, again, regained control and pushed it down. Let's stretch this red zone into the future, okay? Someone's going to say, well, Ron, we're not trading near there. I don't give a shit. There might come up here and play at another time. See, we're down here right now. But what if it comes up tomorrow back in here? Okay, we're going to play with that same goalie up there, and same situation could happen. Unless you see that where they impulsively broke it out. Okay, so there was a chance that the blue team scored a goal. So we got to give them a little bit of a benefit of the doubt because they created that higher high. So what happens if they come back up there and then they push it and they score and they close it above and it's a big blue candle? Then we got to change this to represent the green, the team is winning, the opposite team, because if it comes back, then they got the momentum and then they score another goal and then the buyers take over. Okay. Trump is speaking right now. Okay, no problem. Let's just finish up this top down and get ready for Trump speaking. Okay, so does that make sense? Now we see there's another 5-minute zone right here. See my yellow line? I can see already today at 10, just after 10 a.m. The blue team came up here, rejected. Came up again, rejected. 4 wicks up there again. Now you see the yellow line is a daily point of interest. Look how I'm drawing another red zone. I'm drawing a short-term goalie right here. See what I'm doing? I'm bringing it from the yellow line to the body, extending it. Now you see it came in there, back down. It came in there, didn't break out, back down, selling down. Stretch this zone into the future. Now you see I have my scalping zones. So on the 5 minutes, if the blue team scores above here and retest this, it's got a high probability it will come back up, maybe test the net up here. So what I do is I measure the distance. How big is a football field? How many yards or meters? Anybody know? How many? Wherever you are around the world, whether you use feet, yards, or meters. What do they use in World Cup? Measuring 100. 100 what? What units? Is it 100 pips? Is it 100 points? Is it 100 feet? 100 centimeters? 100 inches? 100 yards? Yards? Yards or meters? We got to get this correct, guys. We have to speak the same language. What is 100? What units? 100 kilometers? Okay, but we got to get the units. Okay, correct. So for me, this football field is 150 units of pips. Okay. I measure the football field in pips when I'm trading. You maybe measure it in meters or yards when you're actually playing the game. Okay. But see how I measure my zone? So if the green team comes up, they're coming to play with the goalie again, and it could go back down. Right? The goalie can make a big save. So that's why when it comes through here, if I get my money, I pip and I dip. I get my money, I win the game, and I get out because I don't know what could happen up there. Like this blue team, it came up. They were up 150 pips. And then look, if you don't do anything, the goalie makes a big save and comes back down. And you just gave back maybe a potential daily goal, okay? I trade to make money to buy World Cup tickets. You know how expensive they are? Guys, I don't even want to tell you how much the German Ivory Coast game tickets are on Saturday in Toronto. I don't want to tell you guys because someone's going to say, Ron, no way. Okay. The Ghana ones, we won early in the lottery. Okay. Those ones were face value. $250 per ticket. So 4 tickets, 1,000. I don't even want to tell you how much we are paying right now for the Germany Ivory Coast game. I don't want to tell you. Mahidi, you got it at 670. Which game? Are you going to Germany too and Ivory Coast? If you are, we're going to meet up. Oh, the Ghana one. Okay, yeah, you bought after. That's a good deal. 670. We got them at the lottery. We're 250. But the Germany Ivory Coast start at 1,300 a ticket. 1,300 starting. Okay, if you get lucky to even get a ticket. Okay. Now, let's continue watching. Where are we now? So we just broke the lowest point of the day. See the black candle closed. It retested it and pushed back down. We opened bullish, came back up in here. So now we're at the hydration time right now. Now Donald Trump is talking and we're at the hydration time in the market or consolidation. So you see right now we are consolidating right here. Is the game going to continue to just play right here? No, the game's going to open up. Hydration time is going to last a little bit, and then the game picks up again. So will the blue team come back up here, close above? Maybe we could look for buys to come back up to the net. But there's a little, there's a point of interest right here where it was a body, a wick, a wick, a wick, a wick, and look at it. Now it's resistance. So the blue team might just come right up to that red line and then get rejected back down. Okay. So we have to acknowledge this red line because it was prior support. So I know it's a small move, but we're counter trading. Remember, if you're going with the blue team, the black team is winning. They're winning all day today. Look at, they're winning from up here. They're winning right here. They're winning right here. So even if it just comes up blue, we got to measure the size of the move. We got to measure the pitch. We got to measure the field. It's about 70 units. That to me, when I'm trading, is 70 pips. It could be 70 yards, when you're measuring a game. But will it come all the way up there? I don't know, because we still have to get through this little point right here on the minor time frames, on the 5 minutes. Because you can see right here, it was a minor green zone at previous, just right over here. What time? Just when 10 a.m. started, just before our call, all the way to 10:30, almost to 11. And then now it could be a minor red zone. See what I mean? I'm making a little net there. Okay. Or it could continue just going down black, and then we come into the bigger, that green box that we figured out on the daily. So how about we just wait right now and see what happens? Because it could just continue to trade in the hydration zone. Black, blue, black, blue. The players are cooling off. The players are drinking some water. They're just passing the ball to each other. And then the momentum will pick up. Maybe the black team can continue the momentum and get it down here. But this could be the bigger goalie because we got daily points of interest, 2 yellow lines. And this is where the short-term 5-minute volume could really pick up and come back up. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. I need to know. Okay, some of you guys are going to say, Ron, I don't understand football. I don't understand World Cup soccer. I don't understand trading as well. So this now really confused me. There's going to be someone in the chat that says that. That's my wife. When I tried to explain this to my wife, like football, first of all, she doesn't understand football. Then I tried to explain it to her in trading. She doesn't understand trading. So when I tried to do this type of analogy with her, she said, you just confused me more than ever. And I'm like, okay, maybe I confused you, but maybe it's not confusing for people on YouTube and Zoom because they understand football and understand trading. Okay. Diabolic, please let's stop with these World Cup terms. Okay. See what I mean? For some people, it doesn't make sense. And other people says, man, this is easy the way how you made it make sense to me. These are analogies. Okay. So that's why for some people it works, for some people it doesn't. Right? I'm being honest. Okay. I'm being completely across the board honest here. For some people, you can see right there, Diabolic said, stop with these terms. It doesn't. And some people will say it does make sense. Okay. So whatever it does, that's it. Maybe it helps you, maybe it doesn't. But now I'm going to stick to just trading terms. Okay. So you guys know that little analogy of that. If you guys want to review it, you review it. If not, let's just focus on what's going on. So right now, the sellers, the sellers, the black volume is pushing down the market. How do I know that? Because I can see lower highs, I can see ignited bars, I can see lower highs. Even if I was to cut that black candle in half, are the buyers getting above it? No. So it's still pushing down. Now, the sellers have a job to do. They got to continue to backfill that wick and create a new lower low. So now, guys, no more World Cup talk. Now I'm talking trading, okay? Hit the likes on YouTube if it made sense to you. Hit the likes if it didn't make sense to you. It doesn't matter. Now I'm going to make trading make sense to you, okay? And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. You're going to learn something about sports every day. You'll learn something about politics every day. You'll learn something about economics every day. You'll learn something about trading every day. And you'll learn something about anything on this channel. Okay, we're trying to entertain in a good way, and it costs you absolutely nothing. Okay. Now we watch. Okay, so you guys said Donald Trump was speaking. I don't have like any notes from him on Financial Juice. I have JD Vance right now. Okay, JD Vance is talking. JD Vance is speaking on Iran just earlier. 12.5 million barrels of oil are moved overnight. Iran did not shoot at any ships overnight. Nearly a dozen ships have gone through the U.S. blockade. Iran is honoring their side of the deal so far. Real divisions in Iran on how to proceed. U.S. approves plan for AI data centers to connect the grid. I'm just reading what JD Vance is saying right here. We can't temporarily lift sanctions without Congress. Okay. Okay, so are you guys looking to buy gold right now, continue to sell, or what are you guys doing? Like, we're entering a higher time frame green box. Where did I get that box from? Let's go back to the daily. Okay, so where did I get it from? Look over here. That is representing the first yellow line is yesterday's low, right? Yesterday's low. And then the next yellow line here, so 42.18, 42.20, I would say is yesterday's low. And then over here, 42.10, 42.12 is where that body candle closed last Thursday. That's where we had this spin top on Friday where it was bullish. It came back down bearish and then it closed right there, right? Open close. It was the bullish spin top. And then the next bullish candle starting the week Monday. So that's basically our weekly support this week. It's Thursday, almost the end of the week. So is the market gold? Is it retracing all the way back down to the weekly open? So I have a wick there and a bullish ignited body. That's why maybe potentially on the lower time frames on the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, we could potentially look to buy out of there. Okay, so does that make sense, guys? Now I'm not talking football. I'm talking now trading. So that's why I've marked that as a green zone. I just looked at the yellow line and the yellow line and I made a green box, okay? And now I'm going to the 5 minutes and that's what that green box is, okay? Does that make, just showing you more clearly so you guys know where that came from. And then now when we look at, are the 5 minutes, is it oversold? We see the RSI is getting down to approaching 30, where it's getting to an oversold condition. Does that mean we just buy? No, but it's telling us the lower time frame volume is oversold, getting oversold, and we're approaching a weekly demand zone. Okay, but it could, you know, break below there, black candles, sellers, and then we flip it red, and then maybe there's more selling pressure to continue push down, and then we're breaking our weekly low, and gold is continuing to push down. Okay. And then next chart we'll look at US30 as well. Wall Street advances as Iran deal optimism offsets the hawkish Fed. So, and Intel, big news on Intel this morning, making a partnership with Apple. Okay, so we'll get to US30 in a moment, but we're at a specific area. Maybe we can watch gold going into noon right now because we're going to get a new hourly candle in the next 4 minutes. Okay. So has a blue candle engulfed anything? No. Has a blue candle made a new high? That one did, but we're still got lower highs and lower highs. Now we're coming up with a nice ignited 5-minute candle. We'll see where it will close. Will it close back in this consolidation zone? Continue to build in here? Will it get rejected back down? Because now we're approaching a new hourly candle. So we can also focus on the 5 minutes, but we can also look at the hourly and see, will the hourly black volume still stay below that previous daily low? Or will it get above there? Will it build to continue to come back up? Okay. I can add the hourly with our SST daily bar indicator right here beside us. So there's the hourly candle, which is going to close now in 3.5 minutes. So I know where my hourly candle opened. I know it opened at 11 a.m. Right over here was the open, 11 a.m. It had a high. That's the highest point right there. We got up to at 5 after 11 when we started the call. And then the bearish volume is representing the hourly. There's the hourly low right there. We just hit at 11:50. And now it's coming back up with a little wick representing this 5-minute candle. Okay. And then we can add some indicators if we like. The 9 EMA is the green line. So we're technically still below the 9 EMA, which is short-term bearish, right? We don't have any blue volume yet to close above it. So it's still considered to be bearish. Our 200 EMA, let's see where that is a purple line on my chart, and it's all the way up here, okay? So you see the 200 EMA is now it's coming down to this rejection level right here, right here, right here, and at Wall Street right there. So it's coming down, okay? Maybe it will continue to come down and then it will be revisiting this red zone. Maybe it will continue coming down and it will revisit this little minor zone right here, okay? So we've got indicators on our chart. We have the hourly bar, and now we're watching what's going on down here. And if we're looking to buy, I just want to make this clear to everybody, we're counter trading, right? Why? Because look, the sellers are in full control, okay? There was a move down, it bounced back up, lower high. There was another move down, it bounced back up, lower high. There was another move down, it stopped, okay? Double bottom here, see where it came up? Back down, double bottom. That's when it should have technically broke out at Wall Street. There was an impulse, but then it came back down and then created new lows, like right back in this consolidation zone, lower high, and then the sellers are still in control pushing it down, okay? So if we buy, we're still counter trading. It could come right up here and then they push it back down. But I want to see, is it building some type of supporting volume at this location to maybe start to reverse the trend potentially. But If we're counter trading, we have to know we are still going against the trend if you're buying, okay? So then it could be small moves. It could be a nice blue candle that moves up to here or to here. You get 100, 150 pips, but you got to recognize that you're still going against a lot of selling pressure, okay? If you don't want to buy, then don't buy. We got to wait for confirmations, okay? Otherwise, we can just continue selling with the market and continue, but we're at a specific weekly area right here. So it's not easy just to continue selling down here, and it's not easy to just continue to buy down here, okay? Because we're at a specific level on the weekly, not just the daily down here. What is your guys' bias? Do you guys think at this moment in time, okay, within maybe we have one more hour on our call, do you guys think where we are right now, gold will be bullish for the next hour or continue to be bearish for the next hour, this hourly candle? What do you guys think? Okay, don't tell me where gold's going to move 1 month from now. Okay, we don't have enough time on our call for that. But where do you think it's going to go in the next hour? Blue team, bullish? Okay, so we got to see at least minimum a blue candle take out that high and close above here, this range. Okay, just to be considered bullish. I know it's coming in with some blue candles, right? But I know a lot of you guys don't just scalp single 5-minute candles. So we're looking for the bigger picture, the bigger perspective. Mahidi, you're bearish. Christoph, bearish. YouTube, Supra, you're bullish. Elidi, sideways. The Golden Croissant, nice name, bearish. King of Mughal, you're in 1,000 pips in daily drawdown. That's a lot of drawdown, right? So you should have some parameters where you cut trades that are not like after, let's say, maybe 200 pips. You know, if the trade is not going your way, you should be cutting it, because if you cut it at 200, you would have saved yourself 800 pips right now. But some traders do not use stop losses. Okay, it's not new to us. We've been doing this for 6 years, teaching, and I see that a lot. Okay, we get traders come to us and they're in thousands of pips of drawdown and looking us to perform a miracle for them. And I'm like, where do I even get started? How do I even get started with this? So it's not easy what we do here, okay? But trading starts with risk management. It starts with also accepting a loss, right? You guys saw the other day, I believe it was Wednesday's stream, I took a loss. But you see where I originally placed my stop loss? And then I brought it up. I took a smaller loss because I didn't like what was happening. And then the trade ended up going where my original stop loss would have been. And then I looked back when I reviewed it and said, I just saved myself 60 pips where I could have just gave it back to the market. So you got to kind of have that sort of mentality in trading as well. If the trade is not working out, you don't have to sit there with your big stop loss or no stop loss at all. You can exit the trade. The market allows you to exit at any time. It's not forcing you to hold a trade, right? If you see what's happening and you don't like it, get out of the trade and then look for another trade, a better setup. But guys, I know there's going to be others that are in 1,000 pips of drawdown in trading. I know it happens, but it's a little too much. It's a little too much. You were probably holding buys since FOMC, right? And we tell you guys all the time to lower your risk during FOMC. Okay, so you see that was a blue candle, came right again up to where? To the opening position of the 5-minute point of interest, that bearish candle. And look how it retested, and now it's still pushing down, right? So that was nice blue start. It was blue to start the first 5 minutes of our new hourly candle, but you still see how they rejected it. They offered, and it still got some selling pressure. So this candle is going to officially close in 1 minute and 10 seconds, okay? Okay, so right now coming out just at noon, USA and Iran declare immediate permanent end to military operations on all fronts, including Lebanon, okay? But that's between US and Iran. I don't see the word Israel inside here in this. So if Israel continues to start bombing with Lebanon, Iran might say, no, we're not agreeing to this. Okay, you guys gotta watch that. Okay, because it doesn't say here US, Iran, and Israel. Okay, and we know, let's be honest with ourselves, Israel is still bombing Lebanon. So that might throw off these negotiations. It's happened all last week. It's happened for the last 2 weeks. And that could cause volatility. That could cause range bound trading. Okay. Just be careful. Okay, so how did that candle close? It closed as a bearish pin bar back below here. How are we opening? We're opening with a bearish ignited candle. So the sellers are in still control, could come down and maybe get to our zone. However, it could be building some type of higher low support right here on the 5 minutes, starting at this bullish ignited candle that opened up at 11.55. So if we build a little bit of support here, they're building a higher low support above this bigger zone. What do I think of Israel? I think of Israel as any other occupation around the world. And let me be clear on this. If you kill any innocent civilians, children, anybody, you bomb refugee camps, you bomb health workers, you bomb aid workers, you kill them. I don't give a shit which country you're from. You are a piece of shit, okay? That's me saying that in front of the world, and that's how I stand by it. I don't give a fuck if YouTube censors me or takes me off. That's my personal opinion. It can be Israel, it can be any country, okay? If you target children, civilians, health workers, Salvation Army, all those people that come in, World Health Organization, that bring food in, and you're bombing them and killing them, journalists, reporters, fuck you. That's what I think of you, okay? That's you can say whatever you want, and tomorrow if I'm not here because YouTube censors us, I really don't give a shit. That's my honest opinion. And it can be from any country around the world. Any country that does that, that's my opinion. That's just on the person. That's a character. And Israel is doing that. So it doesn't matter. Whatever you hear, the propaganda, the bullshit on TV, believe it. I see with my own eyes. And I'm not fucking stupid. Okay? I have 2 eyes and I see what's going on. So if someone says, oh, he's just targeting Israel, no, I said any country around the world that does that. Anyone, just think about it. Anyone that targets children, innocent civilians, journalists who are just independent journalists just trying to show us what's happening and you're killing them. And this is all facts, okay? I'm not making this shit up. You can go back and look at it. And it didn't just start yesterday. It didn't just start last week. This has been going on for 50, 100 years, okay? We're just now starting to see this a little bit right now in the media. But that is the truth. Some of you guys are going to hate me. I don't give a shit, okay? But some of you guys need to hear the real truth. And if YouTube bans us, you guys know why, okay? I'm just telling you guys that. Because a lot of our strikes that we got on our channel are when I talk about shit like this. They don't want me to talk about this stuff. Why? Because it's the truth. Don't get me started with that shit either. We're here for trading, okay? But you guys ask me, I'm an open book. I'll tell you guys my opinion, right? It's a free country. That's my opinion. Whether you agree with me or not, I don't care. Ben Vien, it's not correct? Okay, then correct me. Show me the facts that you got. I'll show you my facts. Let me guess, you're an Israeli? Okay, we're back in this consolidation zone. JD Vance is still talking. So I don't see Donald Trump speaking right now, but Vance, all of the remarks are coming out of JD Vance here. US VP Vance on the Iran deal signing in Geneva. I believe tomorrow is the signing, Friday. Our plan is to go, not sure exactly when. Vance, I may go to Switzerland tomorrow, depending on Iran. And JD Vance on the technical talks, he's going to lead the US team. US troop withdrawal will be to pre-conflict levels. Okay, so we're still back in here. Blue, it's building, right? So we see a little bit of a bounce, okay? But we've seen that quite a bit. Where it comes down, just kind of bounces back up, right? So it could technically come back down, could break this, grab liquidity. Now this makes more sense, where it could grab liquidity and then come back up in here, close. Then you got that inverted head and shoulder pattern with a liquidity grab, okay? At the weekly support, yesterday's low supporting area. That would make more sense to me, okay? Then that would strengthen my buy point of view, okay? But we haven't done that yet, okay? So they could just be building right now a minor support to break through here, okay? Is this enough to take a buy? If you want, yeah, it's building. You can go ahead, but I'm looking for full closure. I want to see a blue candle close above here, above this high wick, to change the depth of market. Oh man, Sadat, man, okay. You need to improve your mental strength. This morning, the UAE time, I was already up 1% on my account. Should just turn off for the day. Got greedy, and now you're 800 pips down for the day. Sadat, I know you're new in the group here, but we've been telling everybody, when you hit your daily goal, which you did, your 1% should be your daily goal, okay? You have to get that mental strength, that mindset to stop trading. Stop getting greedy. You did what you needed to do in trading today. You hit your daily goal, right? We don't need to continue to trade, right? That's a good excuse to go watch the World Cup games. And now look at the situation you're in. You put yourself now where you were at your daily goal. You could have walked away from the markets and reviewed or gone on with your day, and now you're sitting 800 pips in drawdown. I'm really like saying this to you because you're not the only one. There's someone on YouTube that had a bad day. There's lots of people that had bad days, but you were in a situation that you were in control, where you were actually at your daily goal. But this is where, okay, you're gonna come back from this, but you gotta have the mental strength now to understand you're going through this. It's a shitty situation. It sucks what you're going through, where you were in profit, daily goal, and now you're holding in drawdown, okay? It might take you a couple weeks now to get back to just break even. And those couple weeks of trading, you're taking now away from trading where you could be making your daily goal if you just walked away from the markets. This is the mental game of trading for everybody, okay? And this was the mental game I had to go through myself. You know how many times, Sadat, I hit my daily goal of 1% and I kept trading, and then I was down 1,000 pips after that too, and I went through this shit. This is why I'm talking facts on this, because I've gone through this. We've all traders that have experience have gone through this. Traders that are still here today surviving are here because they've gone through what you're going through and have learned how to not go through this again. That's why I pip and I dip. I get my money, my daily goal, and I clock out. It's like trading is a job for me. It's not a casino. It's not just to come in here and play fun games. I come in, I get my daily goal, and I clock out. I clock in and I clock out every morning, every day, whether I hit my daily goal or I hit my daily loss, okay? 1% is my daily loss. If I take 3-4 trades and they're all losses and I hit my daily loss, I'm done. It's just like going to work. You had a shitty day at work, now you go home. You got to review and come back the next day. But I don't continue trading after I'm down 1% so then I can go down 5%. I stop. because that's what you got to learn in trading. Whether you're in profit or you're in drawdown, you need to stop trading. Everybody, please listen to what I'm saying. If you don't understand this, you're not going to continue to get better at trading. It doesn't matter if you sit on this channel for another year. It doesn't matter if you subscribe to the channel. It doesn't matter if you join our group. It's not going to help you, okay? It's not. I'm being honest. Some people hate or love me because I'm being too honest. They want to hear something else. They want me to say, no, it's going to be all good. No, it's not. Trading is ruthless. Trading really will test you emotionally, financially, psychologically, mentally. You got to prepare for this. That's what I'm saying. If you're a beginner, stop worrying about how much money you're going to make. You're going to make fuck all money. You want me to be honest with you? Uncle will be honest. You're not going to make fuck all in trading. If you don't understand your mindset, doesn't matter. Everyone comes to me, even at the World Cup game. Guys were coming, Ron, you're inspiring me. You're going to make $10,000 for me. And I told him straight up in person, you're not going to make fuck all in the markets. I go, if you don't have the right mindset, if you don't have the right discipline, you're not going to make nothing. You're just going to lose more. And then they said, Ron, why did you say that? You spoiled my day. I'm like, okay, spoil your day, but I don't want to just direct you and give you wrong advice. Like, we actually care for you guys. I know how trading is, guys. It's very, very difficult. That's why I don't like traders that say trading is easy. It's not easy. It's not. Look, you can have a profitable day and you still can't get out of the markets. If it was that easy, why not just get out, right? Because we're dealing with money. Money, that's the problem here. We're dealing with money. When you start making a little bit of it, you want more and you want more and you want more and you can't stop. You build an addiction. And then you don't trade on discipline anymore. You don't trade towards a plan anymore. You're just trading reckless. Okay. So that I'm just talking to you. Like, if we have a one-on-one, I'll be telling you the same thing. If we met in person, me and you, one-on-one, I would be telling you the same person. I'm not just saying this because we're in front of an audience and this and that. This is everyone that knows me, that I've ever had a one-on-one with. This is how I talk. This is how I am. I'm the cold, hard facts. And I wish someone would straighten me out when I was going through this too. I had to learn the hard way too. So that I lost a lot of money, a lot. Like, I'm talking lots of money, thousands and thousands, before I even learned my lessons too. I was a gambler. I was just over leveraging. I was risking too much, over trading. I couldn't stop. I was sitting at the computers 12 hours, 24 hours a day, right? Trading every single candlestick. Now you see, I'm just waiting for better setups, higher probable setups. And I know it takes time. It takes time to develop a good, solid trade. That's why in you guys on YouTube, no disrespect to you guys, but when you guys say, Ron, are we buying? Are we selling? Are we buying? I don't even entertain those comments anymore. I don't really give a shit. I'm going to sit and wait for a better probable setup. Whether we get it on this call or we don't, I can't control the volume. I can't control the markets. If the trade comes to what I'm looking for, obviously I'm going to trade it. I'm going to take it. But right now, again, we're just consolidating. Like, look, is it moving anywhere? The sellers brought it down here. Buyers brought it back up there. Sellers are bringing it back down. They could continue. Sellers are in control. It's trending down. Every time frame is suggesting selling pressure, right? But is it going to develop a double bottom here? Is it going to grab that liquidity, what I said down in here, and come back up and then go up? Okay. And also, Iran is to get access to their $6 billion of frozen funds to buy US goods. Okay, so that's in the news, guys. We got a potential agreement, which is great. Okay. And that could change the markets, how we trade next week and the week after. This is your first ever video watching us and you subscribed. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. If it's other first timers here, subscribe to the channel, guys. This is the mindset I would wish for if it was my first day watching a trading channel, or first day listening to someone who's been trading for a couple years and has a little bit of knowledge and experience in the markets. I would subscribe to the channel and I would just listen to him. I wouldn't care to trade right now. I would just listen to what he has to say. And he's talking a lot about risk management. He's talking a lot about having goals, a routine trading. He's talking a lot about waiting patiently, disciplined for trades to come. I haven't said one thing about how much money you're going to make. I'm just telling you the things that you need to go through as a trader. These are the things you got to learn. But the first question I always get from all traders is, how much money am I going to make? I don't know how much money. The question is, how much money can you lose? Why is someone not asking me that? Why don't I get the question, how much money am I going to lose? Instead of how much am I going to make, the question should be, Ron, how much money can I potentially lose? You could lose everything. You could lose your life savings if you don't know what you're doing in these markets. So discipline first. Risk management before you even learn a candlestick, before you even learn the bullish and the bearish, before you learn what a body is, what a wick is, before you learn what is an engulfing candle or what a hammer is. Forget all that, okay? That comes after. Right now, make sure you learn discipline. You learn, did the sellers continue close below this? Yes. So right now, again, the sellers still have the upper hand. So you see that? That was just a counter trade. And that's why I didn't even take the buy. Sometimes I love taking these buys, but I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking to just come up to there, to that red line, and it's 50 pips. And normally I pip and dip out of that. But sometimes on these YouTube channels, I'm having a difficulty too, just pipping and dipping. Because sometimes when I take my stop loss, go to break even that fast and say, guys, I'm taking out 80% at 50 pips, a lot of you guys are still holding, and because you guys want more. And then it comes down and it starts going down. Then you guys say, Ron, that was a shitty trade. Ron is a shitty trader. I get that a lot. So that's what's even holding me off from being the scalper that I am on these calls, because I know what I'm looking for. But to someone who's new to the channel, probably doesn't understand. I'm just looking for blue volume to come right back up to trade up to here. And I measure the move and it's 50 pips. Some of you guys want to get in a buy right now and you want 500 pips. Okay, you want it to come all the way back up, all the way up to all-time high. But look, there's levels to the game. There's order block right here of sellers. There's an order block of sellers offers right there. There's an order block of sellers and offers right there. There's another order block of sellers and offers right there. So for those traders that are looking for that massive move, look at what your uncle is teaching you. Look at how much you got to go through just to get up there. So what I do is I take it one little zone at a time. If it can build up and close above there, then potentially it could get up to the next one. Then when we get up there, it could come back down. However, if we close above it, we flip it green. Then we're working our way slowly back up to there, okay? So it's not easy. Believe me, when I get on these calls, if I go on to buy and sell, I want to hit 100, 200, 300, 400 pip trade. Who doesn't? But sometimes the market is only giving you this range and you have to accept it if you're trading this range on this particular time frame. If you don't accept it and you're still holding buys, look at what's happened now. Now the sellers have taken the control which they originally had and closed it, created a new low, closed it below there. See, when I just now transformed that block to red, that was a blue ignited candle. Blue, 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 blue came into the red zone, and then look at the offers, pushing it back down. So it could lose this blue volume, fill that wick, and then travel down into, this is a potential possible buy zone. So I'll even write it here that this is a possible buy zone. This is not just a 5-minute zone. This is our weekly low of the week, starting on Monday. Today's Thursday. We're almost at the end of the week, okay? So this could be a potential reversal in the market in here. But the volume is not here yet. If the market knows that there's big orders pending down here, let me make it visual. If it knows that there's some liquidity down here, okay, then the market will make its way down here to come down and potentially get this liquidity, okay? If it needs it, right? It will make its way potentially down here, come down, maybe bounce, pick it up, maybe a double bottom here, maybe close back, and then we got the momentum to test back up here. not saying we're going to go again up 1,000 pips, but I'm saying we could maybe break through one or two of these resistance points. Okay. But when I say possible, okay, I want to highlight that says possible. It doesn't say guarantee. It says possible. Sorry. I'm going to put it in quotation marks, that it's a possible buy zone. Because what I mean by possible is you guys know the black candle could come down here, maybe bounce a little bit up, consolidate here, and then it closes below here. And this is daily, weekly selling pressure, and then it continues to drive down, right? That's why I say possible. We're looking for high probable setups. This is a higher probable area where we can find buyers, but it's not guaranteed. Okay, I'll even write that down. For those that don't understand this, not guaranteed. Nothing in trading is guaranteed. Okay, you got to understand that. So if we're taking a potential buy, we have to calculate our risk. How much are we willing to risk to take this buy, right? How much of your account are you risking? Are you going to be like a trader? You're going to risk your entire account? Well, then you can lose your entire account. Are you a trader that's going to risk 50% of your capital today on this? Well, it's not guaranteed. You might lose half of your money. I'm risking, if it comes down here, 1% of my entire account, okay? 1%. Let's say, for example, I'm trading with $10,000, okay? That's my entire account. And I'm trading with 1% of that $10,000, okay? I'm trading with $100. Now, that $100, am I risking that whole $100 or 1% on this trade alone? No. What if I'm going to take 3 trades today? This might be one trade I'm potentially taking. Maybe I'm going to take one after the call. Maybe I might save one for Tokyo, right? 3 trades. So then I divide my 1% divided by 3 trades. Mathematics is 0.33%. So that's how much my risk is on this. And then when someone says, how much money is that? Well, it's a percentage of your account. I don't know if you're trading with $20. I don't know if you're trading with $200. I don't know if your account is $2,000, $20,000. Maybe one of you guys has $2 million in your account. You're still using the same percentage. I don't ask you how much your account is. I don't ask you those questions. It's irrelevant to me. Doesn't mean anything. We're talking numbers. Trading is numbers, mathematics and probabilities. When you understand that, then you're going to start to really understand trading. Okay? Does that make sense? We got to apply some type of mathematics and risk in trading. It's not just buying and selling. We're not playing bingo here. We're trading. You're buying something here, you're selling it at another time. You're selling something here, and then you're buying it back at another time. That's what you're doing. You're making a trade. You're trading a piece of gold, okay? Maybe you bought a piece of gold earlier, and now you're selling it, and then you got to buy that piece of gold back. Maybe you're buying a little piece of gold here, and then you're selling that same piece up here. You're trading. We're making a trade, a transaction. And then you see that. Was that a blue candle? Come into that red zone again, lower high and get pushed down. So there's sellers, offers here, continuing to push it down. Now when that candle came down, again, look, it's still ignited. It's filling itself up. It's collecting more buy orders and it's closing in 2 more minutes. Okay, so you see now how it's coming back up. It might officially close above here. Then I'm going to flip that red zone back to green and see that we're building a little bit of support. I haven't mentioned anything about the World Cup, okay? So we started early with those analogies, but now I'm talking trading. Now I'm talking math. Now I'm talking probabilities. Do you guys understand that, what I'm talking about? We're not talking about football anymore. We're now talking straight trading. So these are terms that you have to learn, okay? Oh man, my camera again. Zoomed in. I hate when it does this. Okay, there we go. And then for traders that come on the call and rush, hey, buy. Why is he not buying? Is he buying? Is he selling? Is he buying or selling? No, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. That's what I'm doing right now. In order to make money in the markets, you have to learn patience. You got to learn how to wait. You got to learn how to wait for that opportunity. And then if you're testing anything, if you're testing a sell, you're testing a buy, I have what's known as a feeler trade, where you can go in very small. If you need to get emotionally involved, some traders do. They can't just sit on their hands and knees and wait. They have to take a buy or sell. They got to get in. So I tell them, okay, if you're that person and you got ants in your pants and you can't wait, then if you want to buy, like for example, if you bought one of these bullish candles and then when you came and draw down a little bit, you're not panicking. You're not risking it's just a small, tiny percentage. If you lose, yes, you take the L and you learn from it. Okay. But you're not risking your entire account. You're not risking your daily 1%. You can risk a tiny, tiny portion of that. If I take a feeler trade, I don't even consider it to go against me as a trade that I'm even analyzing. It's just to get emotionally involved, see if it's building. If I get stopped out, it's like buying a price of coffee, okay? But I'm not losing hundreds or thousands of dollars, okay? So when you're that's called speculative trading. I know it's a big word, speculating. Maybe some people don't understand that, okay? I understand maybe English is not your first language, but when you speculate something, you're just testing it out. I know I use these silly analogies, but if you're going in the ocean right now, okay? Around the world, I'm sure that you got some type of ocean around you. Not here in Canada, we just have lakes. But if you're around an ocean, are you a person that when you go in that water, do you just jump right in it and go in, or do you walk in slowly? Let your body feel out the temperature, slowly get in, okay? That's another silly analogy. That's how some traders are when they trade. They just go all in and just go all in. They jump right in with one big lot size. Or do you go in slowly, test out? Like if you took a small buy here and it put you in drawdown, you saw that it didn't drop substantially. Now you see it building up again. You can actually move with the volume and then you get more conviction. Then you can go in with your original trading size. But had you got stopped out, it's a small loss. Do you guys understand what I'm saying by that? Okay, so do you guys want me to analyze US30 Dow Jones while we wait for gold? Okay. Wow, the cursor deal positions SpaceX to be a $3 trillion corporation. Unbelievable. Do you know that for every dollar SpaceX moves, every dollar, right? Elon Musk is either making $6 billion if it's going $1 bullish, or he's losing $6 billion for every dollar it goes down. Unrealized, but think about you. When you're panicking, if you're losing $6 or $60 or 600, think about Elon Musk. It's dropped, someone do the math. It's dropped $50. And if he's losing $6 billion for every dollar, how much billions is he down in unrealized profits? When you look at your trading account and you see you're in the red, but he's obviously in the green, so he's losing a little bit of his unrealized profits. Is Elon Musk getting really greedy? 300 billion, yeah. We stress when we lose $30. Imagine being drawn down 600 billion, 300 billions. Us, we panic and we're going bald and stressing out when we lose $30. Yeah, we need to teach Elon Musk some risk management. But he hasn't sold, okay? So he hasn't realized it. But you can suffer drawdown just like anyone else. Look at that. That was a blue candle. Again, if you bought again on impulse, you bought on impulse. Did I ask you guys a question? Did a blue candle close above here? The answer technically is no so far. There's still 1 minute. Maybe I'll retrace my what I say here. But it came up there, and then sellers are pushing it right back down. Okay, so if you're buying against this, that's what I'm trying to say. You are buying against the trend. You are counter trading. So you can have counter trading rules when you trade. Like if, for example, and this is the way how I illustrate this. If you bought this blue ignited candle, and because this candle opened blue and continue, it just moved up 70 pips. If you didn't do anything, you see how 70 pips can go away on the next candle. But that's why scalping mindset is you get in, you get your 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 pips, and you get out. You could go stop loss, break even, scale out 50% or 80%, keep the rest running with a break even if that's what you choose to do, or just close the entire trade. Like if you did it on that blue candle, you made 70 pips. If you did it on those blue, you made 150. You might be, but you're still counter trading and the trend is still pushing down. Right? But you could have realized those profits where other buyers are still holding in drawdown, hoping that it will go up. A scalper gets in, out, right? And if it's ranging, you could hit your daily goal. Like, I know some traders are going to say, Ron, no, that's not possible. Well, yeah, it is possible. Add up that blue candle, add up those blue candles, add up that blue candle with that ignited open and that pop. I don't know. Maybe I have a daily goal of 100, 200 pips, and maybe you have a daily goal of 1,000 or 2,000 pips. Might be completely different. But this literally could be my daily goal had I pipped and dipped. I didn't. Okay. Don't let me fool you. I didn't. But I'm saying I know how I trade. So are we in this possible buy zone? The answer technically is no. We're not there yet. Is it inching its way down here? Potentially. So this is where we got to watch for like a liquidity grab, you know, something like a big black candle that comes down here, then gets a wick and then whipsaws back up. And then, you know, when you get that clue, that's what we got to look for, those clues in the markets. Okay, I'm just going to check my spreads. Holy shit, what the hell's going on with gold right now? Do you guys have some crazy spreads on gold? Oh, right now, that's why I'm saying my spreads just went out of whack right now. Why? Because look at what's going on. Do we have a liquidity candle coming in here? When I see my spreads getting out of whack and going insane, I know something is happening. Look at what's happening. Now we're coming in here. How far did we come in? Is it right at 50%? What's the number? 4,215. Okay, so now we're potentially coming into this zone now. Let's watch and see what happens coming out of here. Is Donald Trump saying something right now? Time and sales? If he is, someone tell me what he's saying right now. It could make complete sense. So we just took out this yellow line that was yesterday's low of the day. This yellow line down here is Monday's open, our weekly open. Okay, so look, it came right down to 50% of those two yellow lines. How do I know that? Because I do this every single day. Measure those two yellow lines. Look at the red line. Exactly at 50% of those two yellow lines. Okay. You guys think I'm making that up? No, you guys have been on this call with me for over 90 minutes. Okay. Is this the candle we're looking for? What I just said, if it comes down here, picks up the liquidity, someone could be sitting there with a pending buy on our call and they're in the money right now. They're in the profit. Okay. But it could come back down. The candle could flip. Look, just the wick to where it's at right now is a 50 pip pickup. It could come up to the open of the candle, 60, could turn into a bullish hammer, 70, and come back up. But this black candle could come back down. We still have 2 more minutes. I knew something was fishy when I saw my spreads going insane. I normally trade with half a pip of spread. My spread went up to 5-6 pips. That's not normal for my broker. So I knew something was happening. And then now look at black, 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 black. Okay, the candle is still holding its opening selling position, offering to all of that wick, and now it's coming back down. So it's going to close. Like I said, not guaranteed. Okay, we got to watch the body of the candle. But you see how it did develop a wick and was coming up. But you see how strong the selling pressure still is. Look at the hourly candle. It's a shooting star. It's still holding selling volume. Okay, now we got another equal low wick right there. So it's kind of like a second bottom within a single candle. Second bottom within a, if I showed you guys what a double bottom looks like, you guys know it looks like that. But you guys remember the candle came down, caught a wick, came back up. Then the black volume came back down at the same wick and then went back up. That's what I'm trying to illustrate what's going on this candle. It's essentially a double bottom within the same candle. Do you guys understand that? That's when you start to really understand price action. Okay, now it came back up. Look, it's a pin bar at the opening price. Will we flip blue? We haven't flipped blue on this entire 5-minute candle, and we only have 20 more seconds to go. But now you see they've fulfilled that order down there. See, guys, when you understand where there could be potential good buying zones. Now, am I going to buy the continuation off of this bar? I'll place my stop loss below there, maybe below the weekly low. So it's bullish ignited, black. Let's see if it just comes back down and holds, or it's blue, okay? I may take a continuation buy off of this. Okay, I'm going to buy. I'm going to go in on a buy, continuing off of that liquidity grab that just happened on the previous candle. I'm going to place my stop loss. I could go conservatively right below the wick, but guys, I'm opening this up for this call. I'm going to go below the Monday's open, the weekly low, okay? That's where I'm placing my stop loss. I know it's a big stop loss, but I'm going to see if I can continue to hold this to come back up to, trade back up to this entire zone, and maybe if we can get back up to, I don't know if it will be on this call. Might have to hold this for a longer duration. I know I'm opening my stop loss up much larger, so I'm not taking on such a large position. I'm taking on a smaller position and I'm giving it more room to breathe, okay? If it can start to move to one resistance level, I'm going to start to decrease my risk and bring my stop loss up eventually to get it to break even. But I'm going in, so you guys understand my psychology. Yes, it could come back down and stop me out, but I want you guys to understand why I'm in a buy right now. It came 2 times double bottomed right there, grabbed that type of liquidity, and as it came and closed, I should have bought in a little earlier when it opened, but I was waiting for it to come down black and then I was checking my spreads. But anyways, I'm in a buy on the continuation of this bar to see if we can continue to fill this wick right over here, okay? Because number one, we got to get blue volume to continue to fill this wick and close above here so that I can convert this red zone to a potential short-term buy green zone so we can continue to build momentum and get up to there, okay? So I'm buying from here to there. What is the number of my stop loss? Just below the CL line, 42.11, I would say. If you know why my stop loss is there, if you go to the daily, we look on the daily, you see over here, right here. This was Thursday, June 11 close. This is where we opened on Friday. And then you see where Monday was. Monday's open is right there, the big bullish ignited candle. So I'm placing my short-term stop loss just below the weekly low right here. Yes, if it comes down, takes me out, I'm going to get stopped out, but I want to get out because it could continue to just fill this wick and I don't want to be down 1,000 pips. Okay, that's my maximum risk on this trade. And then there's where it is. Okay, so now I got to sit and watch and let it build. If it comes down here and draw down, am I going to panic? Maybe some of you guys are because you guys are over leveraged. I'm not panicking. I'm in 0.33% of my account if this stops me out. Okay, is that enough for me to blow up my account? No. Is it enough for me to take an L? Yes. Can I recover that at another time and date? Potentially, but that's the psychology behind the trade. If you don't understand this, I don't know how else to explain it. And now I got to sit back and wait. Am I getting a big bullish candle breaking through here? No. So it's still not breaking this red zone. That's showing how much selling pressure there is. Look at our hourly candle. Now it's got some indecision, which is going to close in 16 to 17 minutes. Okay. Remember, it was bearish all the way down there. Now it's coming back up. Can we at least come back up to the opening balance of our hour? Are we going to flip this hourly candle back up blue going into the next hour? Or is it going to just come back down bearish, right? We got to see where we're building some support. But we broke yesterday's low of the day and we got the volume back up above yesterday's low of the day. So yesterday's low of the day is still technically support on the daily right here at this yellow line. I'm waiting for a change of character. So where does the change of character happen? Dylan, tell me, what number are you looking for a change of character? Phil, just tell me the number on gold. Change of character is what? 42.30, 42.30, 42.35. What is the change of character you're looking for? What number? $43.32? Oh, 43.32. Oh, shit. Are you sure 42 or 43? 42.30. 42.30. Oh, okay. So right here. Yeah. Above that wick. Okay. Yeah. I'm looking for that as well. But you're looking to take the buy after that. I understand. Okay. I just went in on that liquidity. So, but if you're waiting, I would have potentially waited it up there as well. So you're looking for that break high and then maybe potentially pull back to there, green buy, and then you take the buy. Excellent. That's a great opportunity. Yes. I understand that. Yep. I understand full-heartedly how important it is to continue to break a new high, close above, flip the zone, and then take your buy. You have more confirmation than me. Right now, I went in on the confirmation that we tapped into this potential daily buying zone. Okay. But you see, it's not working out right now. It came back up, lower high, rejected back down. Okay. So now I got to test yesterday's daily low again. Will it produce a higher low here, the yellow line? Is it going to come all the way back down? Will that wick be a equal low or a higher low inside this green zone somewhere in here? Or are these sellers just going to continue filling that wick and then create a new lower low? And then potentially I get stopped out. Okay. Can you buy from here? You can buy anywhere around here, but I would wait now. If you're not in, because I'm in drawdown, you wait for another bullish candle to get back above here, or what some of the guys are waiting for a change of character. You don't need to continue to buy down in here. Alex, you accidentally put too much risk, so you effed up, and these are the mental errors of trading. Yes, you got to understand. You got to adjust your lot sizing. What do you think about me, guys? I trade Dow Jones. I have different sizing on Dow Jones. And when I flip to gold, if I use the same sizing I do for Dow Jones, it's completely different than trading gold. So I have to know myself. I can't make those mental errors. I got to change everything. Guys, it's got to become very automatic when you're trading. You got to know prior to taking the trade, how much risk you're allocating, what size you're using, what were you trading prior, all of these things. Because it might be too late after the fact. If you entered the trade from this level now, that's fine. Okay, so you see, I'm in drawdown of 70 pips right now. Okay, so if you're buying now, you're getting a nice discount, but it could come down further and you could buy deeper in the depth of market. Okay, and you're buying a black candle coming down. Just wait. It's going to close in 90 seconds because it could come down deeper. It might be a deeper bounce before, might be a deeper melt before bouncing. I agree. It potentially could. Okay. That's why I'm in a possible buy zone, but it's not guaranteed. I'm testing the waters here. And then, for example, if I'm still in this trade, still live, and then it comes, does what we're, change a character, comes back above there, closes above, I can recover my drawdown and then retest this. I could potentially add another buy position to then take it up through there. But I'm not there yet. So I don't want to add a second position in drawdown, right? I want to add, if I'm going to add, if I survive this trade coming through here, then I'll add a second position on confirmation, okay? But it's not there yet. So I don't like adding in drawdown, okay? I don't like that. I don't dollar cost average with Forex. I dollar cost average more if I'm trading SpaceX. Like, for example, let's say yesterday you bought SpaceX at 200, okay? You bought 10 shares at 200 bucks. Maybe today when it's trading at 180, you're in drawdown, but you add another 10 shares. And then now your average goes down to 190, but now you have 20 shares, okay? So like I dollar cost average in with trillion-dollar companies that could recover and go up. With gold, it's very unpredictable, okay? I don't like doing it with Forex. I go one position at a time. If it's in drawdown, I deal with my drawdown with the one position. If I'm in profit, I deal with the one position in profit unless I get retests, confirmations, pullbacks, things of that nature. The trade is active in drawdown, yes. Okay, so that hourly candle came back up. It was a spin top, flipped, bearish again. Now we're going to potentially, is it going to be an equal bottom low, tweezer bottom low here? Is it going to break? Okay, so it broke. So it's not an equal bottom low. Okay, so we can take that out of the equation. Now it's a fact. It broke for a new lower low. So are they going to come and liquidate even further down? Or is it going to get a bounce and get a wick and move up? Okay, so my stop loss is below this yellow line. It's below the weekly open, below Monday's daily candles open. And we still have lower lows, which still tells me that there's still continuous selling pressure. Okay, so this could easily push through here and break this and close below, and gold could continue dropping. Then we've taken out this week's open, that bullish ignited open, and it could open the floodgates for it to drop below 4,200 and more. Okay. And we're going into 1 p.m. in the next 6 minutes, okay? So we'll see, is it going to develop a little bit of support in here, come back up on the next hour, or it's just going to continue bearish and pushing down. So Trump is saying right now on Truth Social that that's fake news. There's no $300 billion payment to Iran by the US. It looks like a lost trade, potentially. I'm not tapped out yet, but it's getting there, potentially. Trading is you win some, you lose some. And sometimes you got to hold and draw down to figure out what's going on. Do I use fibs? Yes, I use fibs to figure out point of controls of candles, but we can also apply a fib on any time frame. If it's trending from high to low, swing high to swing low, you'll figure out all your retracement points. If it's a bullish trend from swing low to swing high, and then you can find all your discounted pullbacks. You always want to be in around the golden zone, around 50%, the 61.8 or the 38% range. Anytime buying or selling if you use fibs. Okay, so did we close back above that yellow line? No. So now the short-term volume is below yesterday's low, okay? So sellers are still technically in control, still pushing this down. So are they going to target this week's low? And if that's it, that's my maximum risk on this trade. That's all I'm giving it. Because if the buyers are not here right now, then this could drop much further down. It could easily get down to that magnet of 4,200. And some of you guys are saying also to 4,190. I wholeheartedly, completely agree with you. If it cannot hold the weekly open, then it comes down to 4,200 and the psychological 4,200 doesn't hold, then 4,190 is the next magnet. Just want to see if I can survive going into 1 p.m. I'll verbally let you guys know as soon as I get stopped out. Let's see if there's any bounce. Let's see if this green team can pick up a little bit of support here going into the new hour. Right now doesn't look good because we got lower highs printing, lower lows printing. The equal low didn't hold up. So selling pressure is very, very strong on all higher time frames. And then let's see the hourly momentum. Is there going to be a momentum switch on the new hour? Or is it just going to continue bearish, come down for potential larger stop losses or break the weekly open? So we're at a critical point in the markets right now, Thursday going into 1 p.m. For gold. I shouldn't say markets. Do I think it can push down below the yellow line? Absolutely it could. Do I want it to do that? No. Do I want to get stopped out of the trade? No. But full-heartedly, yes, yes, it's got lower highs and lower lows, but that's a good return so far with the last 30 seconds to go. And then we're maybe building a tiny bit of momentum to go into the next hour where maybe we could retrace back up to where I bought in. We'll see. But it depends how this closes. We're hovering around yesterday's low. This yellow line was yesterday's low. It closed below. It pushed down. It came down, picked up some more pending orders down in here, coming back up. If we can close with short-term volume above yesterday's low, maybe we can momentarily make it support on the new hour starting right now to continue to try and build back up. But we are still got lower highs. We are still technically below the 90 EMA. We're still below that change of character wick rate right up there. So sellers are still in full control. I know I'm in a counter trade, but I'm seeing if it can build at this potential buy zone where it's not guaranteed. TP, well, if we can start to drive up to anywhere through here. Before I worry about my TP, I gotta figure out what's going on here. I'm still in drawdown. I'm not worried about TP yet. Got to figure out what's still going on in here. I was not in Massachusetts. the game was in Toronto. Okay, so we closed back above yesterday's low. We're momentarily making it into support right now. We have a little tiny wick off of it, but this is just 5 minutes, right? But if we can build our new hourly candle now above yesterday's low, then it's showing me we got one bounce where it picked up the liquidity in this zone. Okay, so we have so far like one bounce coming back up, but is this going to be the neckline where it comes back down? Looking for a double bottom, or this is going to be the true neckline right up here, the red zone. Then it may potentially come back down, maybe a higher low. Then we change the character and maybe it could flip technically bullish for a little bit. Okay, but we're not there. We got to get there. It takes time. We got levels to this. Okay, can we get some blue volume closing above the 90 EMA for the first time? We impulsively broke above it there, then got rejected back down. That candle where I bought in impulsively broke above it, got rejected back down, held in that drawdown coming back up. I told you guys where I placed my stop loss, and now it's building back up. But are we going to get our first blue 5-minute candle closing technically above the 90 EMA? And can we make it short-term support to continue to go through here? Okay, because it could just come up again, get rejected back down. We close below the 90 EMA, then they push us back down for the next leg down. Okay. Croco, also remember it's a new 4-hour candle. My broker doesn't have 4-hour candles open at 1 p.m. It's a 2 p.m. Okay, because it may be the daily candles for Croco. Yours opens at 5 p.m. Mine opens at 6 p.m. Oh, you're on Oanda. Yeah. Yeah, mine is different. My 4-hour opens at 2 p.m. So this is representing the last hour of the 4-hour candle. But Oanda, yeah, you're correct. Yours is now. Okay, then all of these zones, stretch them into the future, right? Guys, I got about maybe 10 more minutes on this call, then I got to wrap it up because I got to go pick up my son. He has his first exam today, and there's no buses running, so I got to go pick him up. They're almost done school. Thank goodness. But for you guys, if it comes back down into here, that could be another potential double bottom buy around 42, 14, 15, 16 in there. I don't know, like after the call later on. I'm going to set an alert there for myself. When I go pick up my son, maybe I get alerted if it comes back down here. So I'm adding an alert. When I add an alert on my trading view, I have trading view also on my mobile right beside my platform that I trade off of, MT4, and I could potentially get back in, right? But so far, guys, the weekly open is holding some support in this possible buy zone. Yes, my trade was an ass trade. I went into early. I was going in on anticipation after that liquidity grab that it would be the building momentum. It, in fact, was not. It came down a little deeper, picked up more buyers, more pending orders, and getting back up there. But we're still not clear. We're still not good, right? It's still not bullish. We still haven't reversed anything yet. We still have to change the character. We still have to close above the red zone. It's nice what we're doing so far, but we're not anywhere near the finish line. I've now recovered my drawdown and I'm right back to basically my entry point. Is that what I wanted in this trade? To just take it, go and draw down and just get right back to break even? For some traders that went through that emotions and this and that, sometimes they just close it here, peace of mind. You know, they went through a little bit of profit, they went into deeper drawdown, it came back up, but I want to see now, is this hourly candle going to be the building block I need? But I got to see 5-minute candles be the first one to close above here. Because every time we came in here, came up, rejected. Came in here, back down. Came through impulsively. That's what we got to really, really get towards to, that 42.30. And then they rejected it back down. Now we're coming right back up too. So this candle has a job to do. Impulsively fill that wick, or we need minimum to close with blue volume above this red box so we can convert it to a green box. CS, will I be here the whole summer? Yes, 100%. I'm here with you guys every day. Mondays, this is the schedule, guys, just so you know. Dave is doing New York's as well. So Mondays, 7 a.m. Eastern or 6:30, we start early to start the week. And then Tuesdays, Dave goes 8 a.m. He does Comex and Wall Street with the private Zoom. If you guys want to join that, you're welcome to join that as well with Dave and all the snipers. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 8 to 10. And then I come in post New York after Dave around this time, 10:45, 11 a.m. And we go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. And if there's any live NFPs or live FOMCs, and I'm not at a World Cup game, I will be with you guys, okay? That will be for the entire summer, for all of June, all of July, all of August, and maybe the first week or two of September, okay? And then when the kids go back to school, we'll talk, we'll see if you guys want to go back to maybe do 2 weeks of a couple Tokyo sessions, and then or back to some New Yorks. We'll see, unless, you know, maybe you guys are enjoying this and it's okay with my wife and kids for me to continue this schedule, because I do have a family too, you know. When I go to the Tokyo sessions, but we'll see. Right now, we're going to do it for the summer, okay? Christoph, am I coming to Europe this summer? No, not this summer. I already went in the whole month of March. I was down there. I did a few things. We're gonna maybe just go to the Caribbean for a couple weeks. But next summer, Christoph, I'm in Europe. I'll be there for maybe 4, 5, 6 weeks. The house is getting renovated down there. It's getting renovated, but it takes a lot of time because I'm not there all the time. So it's been a project for a couple years. I wish I could spend more time to do it, but it's hard. Okay, guys, so let's see what's happening now. So we've made our way back up to here. Strong. See the hourly too, guys? This goes for sellers as well. If you were selling the last hour, you see we came into that possible buy zone, the point of control. And if you don't close your selling in profit, this is what can happen. New hourly momentum opens and changes, and then the character switches. See how it's bullish now? Okay. But it could still technically go down, right, guys? Because this is our zone. Look, it came down, it came back up. It could definitely come back down, okay? But that's why I'm highlighting this to get an alert here for a potential double bottom. There's your W. Then we change the character. Then we officially close. And then that could start the real bullish run of gold. I'm hoping it doesn't need to do all that. I'm hoping it collected enough right here that it could potentially continue to move a little further up here, but we need a closing body above this red zone. See the wick of it? It's right at the top of the red zone. Tony, I appreciate you too, guys. Guys, if you learned something on the call, I know it sucks. It's hard to ask for a like when you're trading in drawdown and to ask people to subscribe to the channel. But we're here for learning, education, and I promise you, you'll learn. Some days we don't go in drawdown. Some days we take trades and they go directly in profit. But it's good to learn. I wish I had someone alongside me teaching me when I was trading, when they were trading, how they went through drawdown, how they handled it. You know, if you guys do enjoy this live analysis, live trading, hit the likes, subscribe to the channel, right? I know it's not it's not easy for me to ask for you guys to give a like when we go in drawdown, but I want to show you guys the real live trading side of not bullshit, okay? I can do 10-minute YouTube videos without you guys. I can show all my trades, show my winning trades, show how I made money on SpaceX, make a nice 10-minute video and upload it, and you guys, and just with gold with that every day, and not be here with you guys. Just say I did this, I did that. You can do that too, and put a fancy thumbnail and put some money in advertising it and get likes and subscribes. I don't like that. I like being here live with you guys, explaining my process, what's going on every single day, whether you like it or not. It's you guys. We're here every day. Should I put a Lambo in the background? will that get more views? Who gives a shit about a Lambo? I can put my rental properties and my villa in Europe in the background instead of a Lambo. That's real estate. I make money off of that. Passive income. What the hell's a Lamborghini gonna do for me? Fuck all. Can barely drive it. I live in Canada. 8 months of the year it's snowing here. What am I gonna do with a Lamborghini? Okay, so guys, did we close above? Remember, we're still counter trading. Even if you're in a buy, we're still technically counter trading, okay? And we haven't officially closed to flip this zone yet, okay? So we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Okay, so 1 p.m. we got a little bit of news here. U.S. forces lifted the blockade on all Iranian maritime traffic entering and exiting Iranian ports and coastal areas. Oh, good. Okay, so Mexico's economy minister, U.S. and Canada, so that's the USMCA, United States, Mexico, Canada, are potentially discussing the USMCA on July 1st. That's good. Maybe we can get a good trade agreement with the North Americas here, with Canada, Mexico, and United States all agreeing on being trading partners with not having tariffs. That would be nice. Okay, so we got a nice, good bullish candle, breaking highs. Have we filled our change of character? 42.30, filling that wick. Have we closed with blue volume above here where we can momentarily change this red zone to a green zone short term? We have a nice hourly candle building, but we're still counter trading. But you guys see where the bounce happened? Yes, I went in a little early. I got a little excited. I got ants in my pants. Had I waited, for that entry, that's the prime time entry. You would be zero drawdown and in some really nice profit right now. Because if you bought in there, right now, you're up 130, potentially 140 pips, okay? I'm in profit a little bit, just a little bit. 40 pips, but I want to get at least above 50, break that change of character, then start to reduce my risk. Okay, right now, there's no point keeping it below the weekly right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my risk right now below yesterday's daily low. Okay, see where my stop loss is now? Now I'm below this yellow line. Okay, I don't want, if it comes back down, I don't need to give back an additional 70 pips to the market. What for, right? So you see, I can still take a loss, but not as much of a loss because I'm currently just a little bit in the money. Okay, so I've reduced my stop loss. You see, it's not open down there anymore. It's right here. I'm not at a break even either. I could even reduce it to this red line. But sometimes when I do it on the call, it comes down a little bit, stops out, and then blasts off. So I'm leaving it open because we're looking for a bigger reward. Ibrahim, you got $700 plus on that trade. Congratulations, bro. But maybe you bought down in here. I hope you didn't have to suffer drawdown with me. Anyways, guys, did this candle close above the red zone? Yes. So let's make it now a green zone. I don't want to use my soccer analogies right now because some of you guys got upset at me, but green zone to red zone. Did we retest it? We haven't technically retested it. We just broke and filled that wick, okay? So we're technically changing the character, but we need closing volume. So that trade now is running just 50 pips, okay? But this is the previous high. That was the first time we broke it and came up, and then you see how it got rejected back down. So now we might come back down to retest the green zone. Maybe it doesn't hold up, then we're coming back down to test. Look at this red line that was support now is exactly 50% of that blue candle right there that started at 1 p.m., okay? So that's where I'm going to also place a potential buy signal at this red line. And you see how the lines now, that was there prior to the 1 p.m. opening, and now 1 p.m. opened, and you see how the red line is representing 50% of the volume, okay? I don't even need to use my Fibonacci tool. Look, there's the open, there's the close. See how it's overlapping 50%? Now the volume is agreeing with us that this area was support. Then it broke down, and now it's again ongoing support. And it's representing a critical candle, 1 p.m. open. Coco, you're up 200 pips. You need to hold one trade for 200 pips. That would be bloody ages in that range. Better to take 4 trades for 50 pips. I agree. I agree. But you got to have that mindset, like to get in and out. Okay. This one, my mind was to open up the stop loss. Like I said, I want to teach you guys stop loss placement. Okay. You can go in drawdown, but you guys got to understand why I decided to place my stop loss below Monday's open. Okay. Yes, I could have potentially. I know my entry was ass. I know it was an ass entry, but what I was looking for was that nice rejection of that liquidity. And when it opened, I was going in on the anticipation that this move would be happening. But the market came down. Just learn from me, guys. This will go farther than just worrying about the drawdown. Look at what the market decided to do. It came down one more time to stop out traders like me. But I positioned my stop loss below a critical daily point of interest. I didn't go massive sizing to panic. And now you see the buildup was right here at the 50%. A wick, a wick, a wick. It's always better to have 3 than better than 1. It's always better to have 2 better than 1. So they grabbed liquidity one time. I executed too early, my bad. But the second time was good, and the third time even better. Third time's the charm. And look at now the nice leg we're getting, okay? Now it's running 60. Maybe we can come up and fill up to those bodies, and the wicks are right below that purple line. That was our previous low of the day. So this is like the daily candle developing a wick on the daily. And now I can continue to reduce my risk, take my stop loss now, and I want to be below the red line now. See what I'm doing? So look how much risk I've taken off of the table. My stop loss is right here now. I can be at a break even, but my stop loss was originally down there. So I've just eliminated 100 pips of risk. Okay, I'm going to go to a break even now. I'm in the money. I'm at a break even. Now I have 0 risk in the trade. Okay, up in the money. Okay, 67 pips, 6767. Okay, I'm going to clear out 80% because I got to go pick up my son at school. and I'm going to leave 20% running. But hopefully I educated you on this trade. We saw a little bit of everything on this trade. We saw entry, we saw drawdown, we saw stop loss placement, we saw change of character, we saw zones flip. We learned a little bit about soccer analogy early when we started the call. Then you guys got upset at me. I said, Ron, stick to trading, no problems. But I closed out 80% there and have 20% running now at break even. Okay, I just don't have any more time with you guys on the call. I got to go pick up my son. There's no more buses because they got exams right now. But guys, that was the optimal entry, was right there. 50% of this buy zone. Go over the call and understand why I highlighted these two yellow lines and in the middle of the zone. Okay, very easy, guys. If you go to the daily, you will see for yourself. That's why top-down analysis teaches you everything you need to know. That was yesterday's low. Look at today's candle that we broke it, but it did not break. Look at the bullish ignited open on Monday. Look at how it just held. And remember, my stop loss was just below there. So you see, it came in that green zone, picked up the liquidity, and now look at the reverse happening in the market, right? So trading is also about learning where to place your stop loss, okay? I go sometimes really tight on these calls because I know some of you guys over leverage, but this one I clearly explained to you. I am opening up my stop loss bigger than I normally do to let you know how you can manage trades in drawdown, okay? I want to show that side of trading. It's nice to just show where you take a trade and it goes right into profit with zero drawdown. That's a sniper entry, okay? I can do those trades too with you guys, and they're nice when they work out, but sometimes trades don't do that. They go in drawdown, but you've got to understand where stop loss placement is, okay? And just understand, it's nice. It's a beautiful leg. We have a nice strong hourly candle, but it's a counter trade, right? Because it could come down, it's coming down. This is our move coming back up. We could come exactly right into here, a wick, right in here at the purple line, and then they send it right back down, okay? And if they send it back down, we haven't retested the green zone. That could be a potential bounce come back up. If that can't hold, the red line right there, 50% of the bullish candle at 1 p.m., we haven't retested it either, okay? If that can't hold, then there, I have an alert at that second big bottom right there, okay? It's better to buy there. And then same situation. What if they break and grab liquidity down there? They break the Monday open and then boom, you see the liquidity. If it closes below, then the market is bearish. Then you got to continue going down with it, okay? But that's all I got, guys. Thank you guys so much. Tomorrow, I'll let you guys know if we trade tomorrow or if there's anything to analyze. Tomorrow is a US holiday, okay? Tomorrow's a US holiday. So even if we come in post New York, we're probably going to get nasty volume. See, tomorrow's a US bank holiday all day. So even if we come in post Wall Street, it's probably going to be a horrific time to trade. So we may take this day off. We'll see, unless we come in and just talk and educate or whatever it is. But I will let you guys know tomorrow. But if there is a day off tomorrow, you guys understandable, got to know why. US banks are closed. We can give yourself a long weekend and we're right back into it Monday morning. We'll be back in and we'll see how next week trades. But I'll let you guys know. And also follow Donald Trump with all his news. If you're in the Discord, guys, Dave sends out signals all day. Hopefully you're following the signals, trade management as well. And there's a free Telegram group pinned at the top of YouTube for all of you guys. Please join it. You get all of our links and giveaways and educational blogs, testimonials from all of you guys, and all the stuff we do here is right here, okay? And guys, thank you again to everyone that hit the subscribe button, everyone that liked today's session. I know it didn't start off good. It's hard to ask for a like when trades go into drawdown, but if you learn something, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for education and entertainment, okay? There's much better traders out there than myself, but I am my own unique person. I do my own thing, my own style. I don't compare myself with other people in life or other traders or other educators or other YouTube channels. I really don't care. I just got love for them as well because I know how difficult it is to get in front of a camera and analyze and trade in front of the world, knowing you're going to hear all types of feedback. You're going to hear negativity, positivity. You're going to hear different biases. When you're in a buy, someone's in a sell. When you're in a sell, someone's in a buy. When it's just, I give the utmost respect for anyone that goes in front of a camera and does this live and can do this consistently for more than a month, a year, and put 6 years into doing this. I will buy you a beer and I'll take you out for lunch. Okay. A lot of you guys try to get us to hate on other YouTube groups or other traders. I don't. Okay. I'm almost 45 years old. I'm not 20 years old anymore. I really don't. I'm not that person. I don't care. I don't have time to even engage in that. Okay. So if there's other traders or YouTube channels out there, much respect to you guys. You can learn a little bit from them. You can learn a little bit from us. I'm sure you can learn something from myself. You can learn something from Dave. You can learn something from any sniper in our Discord. Everyone brings something to the table, their own unique style, right? And you can continue. I learned how to trade with analogies, right? That's how I learned how to trade. I use analogies. I compare trading to sports. That's how I learned faster because I understand sports. Some of you guys, like I said, don't understand sports. So the analogies don't work. But you need to come up with some sort of analogy so that you can make trading much easier so you understand this liquidity grab down in here. When you understand that, your trading will get much more understandable, I'll say. I'm not going to say it's going to become much more easier, but now you're starting to understand why the market came down here and why the market has a wick and a wick and a wick and then the blue volume that preceded it. So those are the things that I hope that you guys will learn over time, okay? And it takes practice, okay? It's not easy. You're not going to learn this overnight, okay? So thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic day. Shout outs to Ghana football. Amazing day. Shout outs to Panama football. Your fans are unbelievable. There was so many fans from Panama. I could not believe it, guys. And so much from Ghana that were here, that made the trip. You know, it's expensive. Think about it. These people coming from Ghana and Panama to pay for the flight, to pay for the ticket, to pay for food, to pay for the beer, to pay for a hotel. It's not cheap. It's very expensive here in Toronto. So for them to coming, they are loyal to their country. They're loyal to the sport. They're loyal to their amazing fans. So just like you guys are loyal here at SST, you guys are amazing fans. We owe everything to you guys as well. But it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. It costs you guys a simple like and subscribe. It's not costing you $5,000, $10,000 to join SST on YouTube. Like and subscribe. And we'll be with you guys again. Thank you guys. Have a great day. God bless everyone. We'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow, pending US bank holiday and volume. Okay. But 100% Monday. See you guys. Have a great day. Everyone on Zoom, boom, take it easy. Medi, enjoy your day. Hopefully we'll see each other in Toronto at another game. Mildred, thank you. Kroku, everybody. Eraldo, have a great day, guys. Enjoy your day. Have a blessed day, everyone. Have a good day, guys. Everyone on YouTube, I appreciate you guys. Please, if you can kindly leave us a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys again. Have a great day. Enjoy your day today. Thank you.